your shirt.
Why, thank you. No, I know you're talking to her. Hey, everybody, we are live. We are in here giving each other compliments on how fantabulous the ladies look who are carnivores. But welcome to the show. You see, I'm messing up because I don't normally go first. I am G Brown, the lifestyle changer, and you are with Meaty Mondays and the Fierce FeLions. We have a different show for you tonight. What does that mean, G? So normally our topics go around, but I did something different. I gave everybody a topic, but I was not paying attention because I gave me a hard one. All right. And so, yeah, honestly, Laura should have my topic and I should have hers. And here's why, Laura. When I get finished chopping these words up, because it's the medical terms up in here. So here is the disclaimer now. Don't come for me when I tear these words up because I am not a nurse. Okay. Okay.
Well, just tell you my eyebrows may go up. I'm not judging. It's just my face.
Listen, I'm not worried because wait, I was trying to find ways to highlight the word so the computer could say it. Because I said, this is like, these words are really long. I should have asked for a shorter version. But
they're crazy.
That is it. So each one of us have a different topic. You're going to want to stay for all three topics. I kid you not. And Robyn is actually going first. Did you see that? Yeah, Robyn is first. I'll be second. Right. And Laura's going to come in third. But she's going to help us with all of it. So go ahead, Robyn.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Meaty Mondays with the Fierce FeLions. Tonight's show is going to be super meaty. So I'm excited about it. It's definitely a different format for me. And as you guys can see, I'm not in my usual location. Oh, yay. I'm not in my usual location. I'm traveling for work this week. So I'm sitting here in a hotel room and I had a big project go live this weekend. So it was a busy weekend. I worked all weekend long, but I took the time out to make you guys a presentation today. So let's bring it up. We're going to show you guys what I'm going to be focusing on tonight. All right, let's see here.
And I'm super excited and I'm taking notes. I recommend people to get your notes going. Get your notes going because she got some good stuff.
All right, you guys. So my segment is called Robyn's Revelations, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about sustainability and then transitioning just a little bit into carnivore workouts. So again, my name is Robyn Heron. I am your carnivorous grandma. And tonight we're going to just touch a little bit on regenerative agriculture. So as part of sustainability, one of the things that when I was looking this up, it talks about farming and land management. There are a number of different factors that go into this topic about regenerative agriculture. But and I didn't take them all. I just took out three of the ones that I thought really resonated with me as far as us and our carnivore lifestyle. So regenerative agriculture is an approach to farming and land management that focuses on restoring and enhancing the health of ecosystems. So some of the key factors that I pulled out were the soil health, which talks about regenerative practices prioritizing building soil organic matter and microbial activity. So talking about the little microbes and little animals and things that live in the soil. As we know, as carnivores, we hear a lot about the fact that our soil is depleted. And so we really need to be thinking about regenerative practices as we're thinking about, buying our meat and who we're getting it from and things like that. If we think about sustainability, if we don't get our soil back right again, we will not be able to grow food. So a key thing of this is cows and grazing animals, right? So they graze on the land, and then they produce waste that also goes into the land and puts back nutrients into the land. So we've been hearing that that cow farts cause global warming. This is just a fallacy. So we need those animals to graze on the land, and that waste to go back into the ground, and then regenerate our soil.
Okay,
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
just my little hand up because
Right.
okay, sometimes we just need common sense. It's more humans fighting, and with all that crap that's over inside of us, if they when I first heard that, I thought that was the crazy. I was like, so they
Right.
said the gas, huh?
Actually,
Mhm.
look up CO2 and look at how a greenhouse works.
Mhm.
That's what's
Mhm.
inside there is CO2, and look what happens. The plants grow. So suspicious.
I
Mhm.
know, but I mean, they actually parted their lips and talked about cows passing gas.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
they're so
I mean,
Rhonda.
stupid.
that sounds absolutely insane, and it is. So the second one is biodiversity, and we're talking about diverse plant and animal communities. So if we suck up all of the nutrients out of our ground, then all of these little microbes and animals, worms and different things that eat and digest that matter that's in the ground is also destroyed. So, having that biodiversity is a component of regenerative agriculture that supports stability and resilience. And then the third thing that really resonated with me was water management. So this talks about using techniques that help improve water infiltration and retention to the soil. So we know all about runoff and how like we're losing so much sand, so much land mass through runoff because the water is not actually filtering back down into the natural system. So, this water management is a key thing to make sure that the water doesn't just run off, but that it actually goes back down into the ground, and reduces our erosion. So this thing benefits both agricultural productivity and downstream ecosystems. So water management is hugely important as we think about water. I'm always reminded because I live in Michigan, and so we had this huge water crisis in Flint. And kind of a lot of the state was having issues with water where our water was just not safe to drink. Um, and so managing and maintaining clean water for human beings is a critical factor. We need to make sure that we're maintaining clean, pure water for us to drink. And I think about all those kids and stuff that had all this issue because their water just was not clean. So water management is really a huge factor for us in making sure that we are sustainable and for the future. So I wanted to just kind of touch on a few tips that we can do to increase sustainability. And the three that struck me as I was doing this research was reduce, reuse, and recycle, reducing our energy consumption, and then supporting sustainable practices. So talking about reducing our consumption. So I feel like when we go on a carnivore way of eating, we automatically reduce our consumption because we're using a lot less packaging. You think
Yep.
about this, right? We don't get all that packaging with our meat. We may get like a styrofoam tray, and some plastic wrap around it, but we're not getting all those bags and bags of chips and boxes and all the different things that we used to get. So we're automatically reducing our consumption, and we're looking at products that have minimal packaging and avoiding single-use items. So this one really struck me because I use a lot of bottled water. And that really is a single-use item. In fact, I don't want to use that plastic bottle more than once. As a matter of fact, I'm like, do I even want to really use the plastic bottle one time? But I do use water bottles, and this really kind of struck me as I was doing this research. Reusing items when possible, such as reusable shopping bags, water bottles, and glass
Mhm.
containers. And go ahead. Does somebody have a comment?
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Okay.
while you're saying that, like with water, um, because of Laura, I Frederick and I both now have our little what kind of what is it, Laura?
Are
The
you
little
talking your hydrogen water
our
bottles?
hydrogen
Yes.
water. And let me tell you something, y'all. Do y'all remember? Okay, I grew up in the era we didn't have these plastic cups, baby. We drank out of
Mhm.
jelly jars, mason jars,
Yep.
whatever. You bet not throw a glass container away in the trash. And when I
Mhm.
say to you, cold water in a glass container.
Yeah.
But as for water, guy, and a lot of the stuff through my link up here, because you guys are coming on to the show through various links, but on mine, I actually do the zero water. And with that, I have a 2 gallon glass container that sits at my counter. And there's a huge filter in it, and we put the water in, and we go through that water between Frederick and I, um, almost in a day. We I mean, we really we go through it, and I like that, so I don't have to boil, and that limits my plastic bottles that I use. But here is a fun fact. I don't know why I called it that, but
Fun fact.
what do you do when you come across a bottle? Let me just show you. Matter of fact, because I walked in here and found this one at my desk. And guess what? I know this ain't mine, but it has water in it.
Mm.
And so normally, what do you do with one of these?
I give
If
it to
it's
my dog.
very good. The whole purpose, what I was going to say is, I normally I take the cap off, pour that out, and throw the bottle away. But if you have plants, dogs, anything like that, then pour this in there, or just take it even outside versus down your sink. That was it. But this is my grandson's, because the legacy was in here at my computer, and I had to boot him out. But yeah, water is a big deal. Okay, your turn.
All right. So reduce your energy consumption is one thing. And I noticed myself as I was walking out of my hotel room this morning, just unplugging my stuff that I brought with me. This is about turning off lights and electronics when not using them to save energy. Consider alternative transportation like walking, biking, carpooling, or using public transit to reduce fuel consumption and emissions. And I don't know how many of you think about this, about like carpooling is a great one, when you're going into the office. I'm actually using Uber, and I'm trying to get like an Uber share anytime I can. Where I'm not the only person in that car, so that there's multiple people in the car riding, going wherever I'm going. And then supporting sustainable practices. So we want to make sure that if we're able to support our local farmers, support those local farmers, because those are the people that are going to keep us in meat. And then reduce your food waste. I want to get to the next one because it looks like I'm running out of time already. So we're going to transition and talk a little bit about working out. And I was thinking, as G was saying that she should have switched with Laura, I was thinking I should have switched with anybody because I'm not working out at all right now. It's a shame. But at some point, you may want to begin incorporating exercise into your carnivorous lifestyle. But remember the 80-20 rule. So the key thing is that the main thing that's impacting your health and your body is what you are eating. But we
Yep.
still do need to move our bodies as well. So, three different topics here. One is weight training. So weight bearing exercise, about like strength training and body weight bearing exercises, can help with bone density and improve joint stability and mobility. So when I thought about this, like, I have this bad knee, but I want to make sure that I maintain my bone mass. So weight training can really help with this. So the things that I saw out here that you can try for weight type training or weight bearing exercise is like exercise bands. And I put a little picture of that over here. Planks or lifting weights or moving weight. So you can do kettlebells, you can lift some. I was thinking about Rebecca's baby who was lifting the
Meat.
cans. You can take those cans and lift them, and just do a little bit of weight training to help maintain your bone density. Muscle maintenance and development. So strength training helps build muscle mass, increase strength, and improve body composition. So this is about strength training. So the things that I saw here that would be really good are like push-ups, bicep curls, lunges, squats. Those types of things help you to maintain your muscles. And there's many, many more. So this is just a
Burpees.
short list. And then
Burpees are the best.
burpees.
Burpees are the best.
You know, we gonna boot her off the show. Stop that stuff. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm so
Oh, my.
excited over this right here and what I got going upstairs. Robyn has the little hula hoop. I'm waiting on
I
all my
know.
stuff to finish coming in. I got my vibration plate. And hi, Renee. I got my vibration plate. I got my rebounder. What am I waiting for? I got my jump rope, but I got a mat to jump the rope on the carpet because there's carpet in there. And Frederick said, "So when you going up there?" I say, "When everything get in the room. Don't rush me. I'm doing. And when I get in there, I'm gonna stay in there." So I'm excited. Go ahead, your turn.
No problem. So mobility and flexibility workouts is the last one. So include mobility and exercises and stretching routines to improve joint mobility, flexibility, and range of motion. So focus on the target areas that are prone to tightness and stiffness, like your hip flexors, hamstrings, and shoulders and lower back. So the ones that I thought about that you can try for this area are yoga, Pilates, stretching. There's this really cool place in my town that will stretch for you. So you go in there and they stretch you out, and it actually feels absolutely amazing. As G just said, the shake plate, shake everything back into place. And that's also really good for like, I want to call it mobility, like balance. And then also the rebounder. So the rebounder is really good for balancing and for, balancing. And it's also fun. So find a workout routine that will work for you. I'm going to do it. I promise you guys. I'm like, okay, I'm ashamed for myself.
Okay, so
this topic, and I'm not working out at all right now. So
let me tell you what friends do. This is what we're gonna do because we both have iPhones. We're gonna pick a time, and we're gonna sit the phone in the corner, and we're gonna get our 20 to 30-minute workout. You over there, and how you coming along? What you doing next? Oh, we're gonna get it done because sometimes you just need that little extra. And I know the up and down. And so I got you, boo.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. That is all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you could have enjoyed Robyn's reflections.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And so, with that being said, I'm next. And this topic, you might think all of this is, it does go together. It's all going to fall up under you. But my instructions were mental health. And I think part of me, the reason why I went on and kept this topic is because, and I've shared this before, my mental health struggles. In my upbringing, we don't go see the therapist. We don't. You handle things at home, and then if it gets really bad, you the pastor, and you get to knocking on the door. I can't tell you how many times I've knocked on the pastor door. It's me again. all because you just didn't want to go. And then for me, I think differently than other people. And because of that, I'm probably being there trying to figure you out. Yeah, it's anyway. Mine is on the mental health issues. And so when I started doing my research and mental health is not the only topic, it is talking about for mental health, the benefits of the carnivore diet. I'm going to discuss your mood, cognition, and emotional well-being. I'm going to explore some things. I'm going to talk about the inflammation. And how that affects your mental clarity as well. So then came the big words in here that I forewarned everybody about prior to. So it is the first four things that I was going to talk about: the neurotransmitter balance, inflammation reduction, personal and antidotes, and mindful practicing. Those are the things I'm going to talk about. Well, a lot of it, I didn't know what it means. And so a lot of times when I see certain things, I just have to dive deeper. So this neurotransmitter balance refers to your equilibrium. That plate that we were talking about helps out tremendously, that and the rebounder, with your balance. Because I'm turning 60, I should be able to stand on one foot. I should be able, without the assistance, this is for my life, y'all, without the assistance of leaning against a wall, leaning against the thing, or sitting down. I get super excited every time I put my pants on, and I don't need to lean on any. Baby, I can just sit there and lift both of them and put my pants on. I could do the same thing with my sock. Now, one of the things that I'm trying to do is my pants, sock, and shoes, one at a time, and not leaning on it. But by the time, yeah, I get a little tired. Okay, we're gonna keep going. So these neurotransmitters are chemical messages that facilitate communications between neurons, your nerve cells, in the brain and the nervous system. They play a crucial role in regulating various physiological processes, including your mood, the cognition, your sleep, your appetite, and stress responses. Listen, let's just keep going. So there are several things that are involved. So up here, if I'm not mistaken, over in the brain, we got our serotonin, our dopamine, now norepinephrine. That is not it. Let me see. Y'all, hold on, because that just did not.
Norepinephrine, right?
That was it. Plays a role in the body's stress response. It plays a role regulating alertness, attention, and mood. Imbalances in these levels can contribute to anxiety and mood disorders. So as I'm reading this and I'm like, okay, I'm eating the wrong foods. There's a death in the family, and it takes me out of character. There are so many things that we are handling on a day-to-day basis, whether it's the bills coming in. I'm just going to talk about some stressful things. Bills coming in, work, you might hear about a layoff coming up. Get in your car, you have a flat tire going out, lousy customer service. Lousy customer service. That's the thing that sets me off all the time. And I'm saying these different things. Now, you have to battle these things anyway, but then top it off, you're eating the wrong foods and it sends you into a tailspin. And I'm saying that because I've been doing really well, and I will pat myself on the back. Nobody else has to do that for me. But I'm say this. When I was on that cruise, and food I was good with, but I told you I had a couple of drinks. Towards the last day, my patience got short. And so, yeah, you might not have this, that, and the other, but I noticed. And when I was reading this, I even said, oh my God, when I get home, I almost need to cleanse myself because I've been snapping. That one I have. And then the other one is the GABA, but that stands for, let me see, the up here. That's the GABA is the primary inhibitor neurotransmitter in the brain. That's a lot. And because I don't know how to break all that down, that's where we're going to stop in that one. Okay. Now, we're going to go down to the nutrients for your brain. Meat, particularly certain cuts of, meat, your beef, a source of various nutrients that are important for your brain functions. Okay. So your protein. This meat, complete source, meaning it contains all essential amino acids necessary for various physiological functions, including these neurotransmitters that I'm telling you about. The iron in red meat, in particular, is a significant source of iron, which is more easily absorbed by the body compared to there's a word, HEME. Heme. Yep.
Yeah.
Compared to found in plant-based foods.
I
So,
wanted to, I just have to chime in here because this is
mhm.
such a great point. I literally am no longer iron deficiency anemic after going on carnivore diet and eating beef like that. So this is something that I've dealt with my entire life, is being this iron deficiency anemic. And then all of a sudden, when I went to go get my labs drawn, no more. It's amazing.
Yeah, wait. So then that was one of the things, because for those that don't know, I was vegan prior to the carnivore diet. And you know what? Let me show y'all something. Yeah, I'm gonna take a whole side thing. Let me show you guys something that I created. Um, because I want y'all to see how Frederick and I were. You ready? And there it is.
Oh,
I love it.
Look at that right there. Look at that. Wait, I want y'all to see this
look at
right
his
here going
cheeks.
across this arm. Baby, look at us. Just look at us.
His
Just happy.
cheeks.
Just happy. So I'm letting you know, baby, I was big to the bone. Okay. Sister Big Bone. Okay, that's the song. All right. So with that, I was always trying to defend plant-based. No, we get our iron, we get our protein. No, you do not get the same thing. And just stop saying that foolishness, because it is not true. It is different. So, and how I know, because of how my body is now. The other thing is zinc. Meat is a good source of zinc, an essential mineral that plays a role in the neurotransmitter for your immune function and your cognitive process. And then B vitamins, you got B12, B6, B3, B2, all of these energy for your neurotransmitters, that is right there in the meat. Then the next thing people say is the cholesterol, but I want you to know that your brain needs cholesterol. It's a vital component to the cell membrane and plays a crucial role in your brain function. All right, so I want you to know that meat they talk about brain fog, they talk about uh let me see what I got down here. Okay, they talk about this brain fog and the clarity that you have. A lot of us won't stay off of certain we won't get to that. But then some people have other issues that might be why you are not but hang in there. I got to finish the sentence. Other issues why your brain fog has not lifted, but hang in there. I promise you, it does. Now, when I go on vacation, a little fogginess will come back, but I know where that's coming from. And this is where I'm going to, because I like the exercise one. And there was a few things that I wanted to share, but I think I might not. I shared you guys the water that I use, and and I shared my story. I'm just looking at my little side notes that I have here, and I did share my story. My anxiety that I had when my mom passed away. I'm glad that it happened to me. Oh, and then the fireworks go off. I'm glad that it happened because it gave me compassion for others. What do you mean? You can't do this, that, or the other. Yes, it really can be debilitating. And my heart goes out because a lot of it is connected to the food that I was eating. I don't know your story. It's the food that I was eating that was just not right. And I'm looking at doorknobs, dreading turning the doorknob to walk, out the house. I'm in the car, I'm sitting there, and it's like, okay, it's just down the street, G. All while I'm riding down the street, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get back home. But I gotta go because I said that I was gonna be there. And then I get there and they're like, you leaving already? Girl, if you just knew what it took for me to get here. So I understand. Um, I understand how you feel. And I'm saying to you that now that I eat this way, those are not issues that I have to that degree anymore. Now, I said when I was on vacation, little things creep back. I had a conversation. This is where I'm going to end my segment. I had a conversation, and I just want to share what your journey is. This journey of carnivore this is your journey. Frederick and I had this conversation because now you think I threw you under there for that mix. I think Frederick cheats more than I do.
Oh,
Okay.
Frederick.
Yeah. Next he gonna bust through the door. It's like, get off of that telling that. No, no, what I'm saying is that for him, it will be like he'll try a piece of chocolate. He'll do that. The little bitty bar, he'll I won't try it at all. I
Mm,
won't have anything to do with it. And here's why. I'm not better than him. I'm not any of those things. This is what keeps G in check. This left hip. Anytime I have ventured off, and it was only twice, and both of them with barbecue sauce. I'm thinking that maybe a lesser amount. Yeah, no. That pain that I have, that's enough to keep me in check. It
mm,
has not happened that way with alcohol. And I think that's the reason why some of us do cheat. The penalty is not there to that degree for you. Like, for instance, and I'm just going to say in his past, I can only talk in regards to Frederick. So let's say, for as we get close to Thanksgiving, this is before carnivore, we get close to Thanksgiving, he makes sure he has his blood pressure pills because he is going to eat almost the whole pot of chitlins, right? And he's like, well, if I got to take a pill in the morning and a pill at night, then yeah, because blood pressure is your issue and you can take your blood pressure, see where it is, whatever, get yourself through.
I have a
There,
question.
mhm.
So you said the chitlins cause his blood pressure to rise?
That amount of pork.
Really?
So let me tell you what goes on with Frederick.
Yep.
If Frederick weighs like 145 or above, Frederick needs blood pressure medicine
Mm-hmm.
if he eats pork.
Okay.
If Frederick goes down to 140, but not over 145, Frederick can eat whatever it is that he wants. And it doesn't bother the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that I was like, wow, that's different. But he had to find that out.
Yeah.
For me, I want to say when my pain comes in, there's no relief. Time only takes care of it. I told you I was on Percocet, I was getting back injections, and I was drinking, all for the pain so I can go to sleep. So it's not like something will turn around and happen. And you know what? I do want that chocolate cake, but I just take me 2 Tylenols and I'm gonna be all right. That does not happen for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the pain It's not worth it. That bite of food is not worth it for me. And that's why I don't care what you eat around me. That's enough for me. I do not want to relive those moments of pain. And then the great part about it, I didn't even know the carnivore diet was going to get rid of it, because see, I thought I was doing the right thing with being vegan. I mean, plants, beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes,
You name
couldn't harm you. It's so much of it in the grocery store. They tell you about, baby, please. That was not the thing for me. All right. So I see some questions. It'll be Laura Simon. Then I'm gonna share you with you guys towards the end if I don't forget.
All right.
Go ahead.
I was just
Yeah.
Do you want to do this one?
Say,
on this one first?
yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure how old her daughter is, but she's like, I had horrible OCD, and I still have like the tidiness. Like, I still like order. I still like things to be put back where the hell they're supposed to go. Because I don't feel like that's OCD. I just feel like that's the way it's supposed to be. 23. Okay. So I'm not sure how much she will listen to you, but I promised you and I promise her that the cleaner she can do this, the better effect she's going to get from it. And I did have to go all the way over to Lion Diet, and I'm not saying that makes me better than the next person, but I absolutely have other issues. If I try to eat chicken or pork or things like that, I can eat a little bit, like one piece of bacon. But if I do like two or three, the next day it's like racing thoughts, and I don't like that. I don't want to sit there and do that. I have too much other crap to do. I don't have time for that. So I would say as clean as possible. And even if that means trying like 6 days a week strict, like stay here and have a cheat meal on a Sunday, but that still needs to be kind of keto-vor. And then have her write down, how did you feel? You felt really good, and then you did that, and now it's 3 more days before you can start getting back. And I think once people start to realize it and do some of those testings with themselves, they'll see. It's just like with Frederick and a piece of chocolate. You're going to pay for that, unfortunately. Not everybody, but some people. And if that's something that affects him, then it's like, is it really worth it? Oh, he's lucky.
Yeah,
So,
he really is. But Laura, I wanted the OCD. Let me tell you how bad mine was. I had the electrician to come back and make sure all of my light switches were in the exact same position. If the light is off, that switch needs to be down. So I literally walk around, and if one of the switches are up and the light is off, then I know somebody did it over there, and I'm going over there and flip. That's how I walk in, and it's like, oh, that line, that picture is crooked. I can see the crooked. You see it all. Not so
I rewired
much
actually one of our light switches in our own house, because I was like, why is it in the up position when it's off? And he was like, well, because there used to be one on the other side of the room. We took it out, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to rewire that. And I did.
Yeah,
Because
but that's
like,
what
no,
I'm
we
saying.
can't have this.
I can say now, I am not that bad anymore. That if the light switch ends up being on the going the other way, no biggie. It is okay. Okay, who we got next?
Oh, we have a question. So let me bring this up, and I know, Laura, it's your turn. So let's have you.
Let's see. So anything else that I can try to avoid hip replacement? So the things that I would do is what is that type of stretching? I may have to look at, because I have a bunch of them that I do. And it actually kind of looks crazy. It's different types of crouching positions that you get in. You think you're never going to get up. Like, I started doing them next to my treadmill, so I had the bar to grab to get back up. But it is specific stretching that you do for all the muscles and strengthen. I would also recommend as clean of carnivore as you can possibly do, the K2D3. And some of the stuff I've been following on Dr. Berg is he says you can even do that twice a day to really help with the bones if you have trouble with joints and stuff like that. So that might be another option. And physical therapy, not to necessarily regrow the bone. You're going to get that from weight bearing exercises and the stuff that you're eating and the supplements, but to build up those ligaments and tendons around that area to strengthen that so that you don't tweak things too easily because it will heal. It's just a slow process. Bones take a while to heal, but I do think that they will get there. So that's what I believe. And
But
yeah, I wouldn't want the operation if I could possibly avoid it.
Yeah, that's the same situation that Robyn is in. Okay. And Laura's topic, even though we hit her with these questions, Laura's topic, go right ahead, my lady.
All right. So mine is going to be on carnivore-friendly skincare. So part of what I always think is that as you start to clean up your diet, you get rid of the brain fog and you start looking at these lies and you see these commercials and you go to the grocery store and you see how everybody looks and feels and you hear it. And in my job, I hear it all day, every single day as to how bad they feel or what's happening. And I can see their food. And so I'm like, yeah, and so part, I think, of the normal way that we do things as we clean our food diet up, then it starts going, well, if they was lying to us what was in our food, what about what we're putting in our hair, under our arms, on our body, in our mouths, any of that kind of stuff. So, you
Mhm.
know, as I've said before, I worked in a food factory before, and so I had intimate knowledge of what is allowed to be in our food supply. And so just knowing that is enough to just scare the hell out of you. So I'm going to go over one of the things I do and then some of the reasons why I do that and what the things are. So every night I call it greasing up my face. I have a facial serum that I make with castor oil. Now I do have one that was without castor oil for people who have trouble with that, but that goes all over my face. And then I actually wash my hands and then I put castor oil directly in my eyes and in my belly button. So that's an every night thing. Um, I do that in the morning and I do that in the evening. Then when I take a shower, I always use my tallow soap, which you can buy tallow soap from anywhere. You just want to make sure it's clean ingredients. I do the tallow deodorant, uh, and I always have tallow chapstick on me. I've got multiple different ones, and I'm always like, in fact, one day I pulled one out and it was from the Melaleuca company because they are pretty organic stuff. And my husband goes, "Are you cheating on yourself?" I was like, "Oh, I grabbed the wrong one." I was like, "Oh my God, really, dear?" Yeah. So, um, as when you think about when you eat something, your body has to break it down and put it someplace. It either has to use it for energy or it has to get rid of it as waste. Well, our skin is like a giant band-aid. It's got little teeny holes in it and it's breathable. So it's permeable, which means that things that go on the skin go through the skin. I literally have had somebody talking about their family member being told to get in a bleach bath for
Mhm.
7 days. And I'm like, oh,
For
hell no.
eczema,
I said, "A
probably.
doctor?"
Yeah,
I
for
said,
eczema.
a I said, "Yeah," and this lady was actually going for, like, a cancer thing, and I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Absolutely, that is" I was like, and it would dry stuff up, I can understand that, but I was like, "Oh my god, what is that doing to the rest of your organs as you're absorbing all of the toxins that are in chlorine bleach?" And I was like, "Oh, please don't." I was like, "Can you do, like, oatmeal bath or Epsom salt or anything?" I was like, "Oh." So it was pretty scary. So going through some of the ingredients that are in in our foods was scary, but then seeing what's in our products and a lot of the chemicals and contaminants that are in our food, water, products, they are cancer causing agents that they've known about. Another thing that they knew. So there is no category of consumer products to protect you from like say sodium lauryl sulfate being in your shampoo, known carcinogen. They're not going to ever take it out. They're never even going to have to put a warning on there because they don't legally have to, because there is no consumer protection for that.
Mm.
There's no oversight. And that's the same with cosmetics and all the other personal care products. So exposure to some of these parabens and different things that they have in these, whether it be blush, whether it be eyeliner, I mean, any of it. Some of that has been linked to serious problems, including cancer being the worst, but it's an endocrine disruptor. It can block the neurotransmitters transmitters of the brain. There's just so much stuff it can do. But since 2009, 595 cosmetic manufacturers have reported using 88 chemicals in more than 73,000 products that have been linked to cancer, birth defects, and reproductive harm. And
Wow.
they just know it. They just say it, like they're not even shy. So many of these have been banned in every other country but here, just kind of like our food, we talked about. Now there is a bill called 2762. It's proposed in the California Assembly right now, the Toxic Free Cosmetic Act, which they're hoping to be able to ban some of these chemicals I'm going to list. So, formaldehyde, that is a known carcinogen. Paraformaldehyde, another, carcinogen. Methylene glycol. Just look that one up sometime just to see what that is. It is crazy. Quaternium 15, mercury, dibutylin, and diethylene phthalates, which disrupt hormones and damage the reproductive system. And these are known, like they know this, but it's still allowed to be in there. This
Mm.
isn't something I found. This is from their websites. Isobutyl and isopropyl parabens, which disrupt hormones and also the reproductive system. The long chain pair and polyfluorocholine substances known as PFAS, which have been linked to several cancers. M and O phenylenediamine. You talk about your words, G. Hello, these are hard. Substances. These are used in hair dyes. Not pointing at anybody using purple hair dye. I'm just saying, which can irritate and sensitize the skin, damage the DNA, and cause cancer. So, you know, it's just a lot
Okay,
of stuff
but
that's out
look,
there. So,
I just can't do the sparkles. But wait a minute, if you think that's something, how about this isn't a permanent. That's like I wash my hair and it comes out, right?
mhm.
But when I put it in, I leave it in sometimes 2 to 6 hours. I forget that the stuff is in my hair. And Frederick always says, I'm so surprised you ain't bald headed by now.
Yep.
But
Yep.
let me just say this. You ladies are an inspiration to me. And I started looking into some of the stuff because I done went through your soap. That is gone. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me look into making some soap or something. So I ordered some stuff. I'm not selling it. Nope, that is Laura's lane, but I will give it to my family. Yeah, I just said that I was going to try that, but I love the fact that when I'm putting things on me, I feel better. I feel better. I got the information from a nurse, and
Mhm.
uh, I just understand that I am just on a new journey, a new path. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of people ask me about like putting castor oil or olive oil or tallow things on your skin. Aren't you worried about acne? And I would say that for myself, it was actually the opposite. I had much worse acne in my 30s than I never did have it as a kid or as a teenager. So I will go over some of the reasons why my which this is not what like when they purchase it, it's a smaller bottle because This is mine that I made last year. Like it literally lasts forever. So
I
I'm
have a
going to go over
question for
some of
you,
the
Laura,
things.
before
Yeah.
you go. I got a question about castor oil,
Mhm.
about like for a 2-year-old
Mhm.
that has maybe IBS or some kind of a tummy problem where they can't go potty. So is
Mhm.
that safe to
It is.
put castor oil in the belly button for a 2-year-old? Okay.
Actually, she could put it on the belly button, and then she could actually put it around and then follow, there's like these rolling motions that they can do, and she can go online, to look that up. It's a manipulation maneuver is what we called it in nursing school, and it's where you can take that and you rub that, and it just kinda helps the peristalsis, which is the muscle contraction of the colon, and it kinda helps it go along, but there are and just she could type in like constipation, um, maneuver and rubbing of the stomach, but absolutely she could use that on the baby.
Awesome.
They've been doing it for lots of years. So,
Right.
so castor oil contains triglycerides. These are shown to help maintain moisture in the skin, making it a useful treatment, of course, if you have dry skin. It's very hydrating. It has humectant properties, which means that it can draw moisture from the air into the skin, keeping the skin hydrated as well. It comprises of beneficial components, including omega-3 fatty acids, rhinolenic acid, flavonoids, vitamin E, phenolic acid, amino acids, terpenoids, and phytosterols. Whew, I got it out.
Okay.
So, yeah, the rhinolenic acid part of it, it exerts skin smoothing and moisturizing activities and recovers rough skin, especially like if you've had acne or you've had a scar. Let's say you've had a surgery and you have a scar. Absolutely, the continual use of that and just the rubbing of that scar or those acne prone areas will definitely decrease that amount of scarring and stuff that you see there. So, um, the other one is the phenolic acid. It protects the skin against UV rays. Terpenes are a useful natural ally for people whose skin is prone to acne. And then the phytosterols have emollient properties, which just means they can lock the moisture in and help keep, you from drying out.
Put
And
it on
then
your
I
feet.
do use, huh?
It works like a miracle. Put it on your feet. Press
Yes,
feet. It works
yes.
like a miracle.
It I do that too. And then I do add olive oil, sometimes jojoba, which those are packed with vitamins, fats, and antioxidants that can contribute to a healthier looking skin. It moisturizes the same, like locking in, and the antioxidants can help fight signs of aging. Vitamin E oil and vitamin C serum, I always add to mine as well. So the vitamin E, of course, is a moisturizer and it helps repair the cells in the tissue. If you take vitamin E, it helps it from the inside, and if you put it on the outside, it does it from there. Vitamin C is another antioxidant that works to stimulate collagen, which we all need because we do not do it anymore. So I'll kind of show you my little thing. So I washed my face when I got home. That's why it's kind of red. And then I usually take a dropper, just about like that. And I just kind of put it on my hands here. And then I just kind of go through. It kinda smells like peanuts. It's kinda weird.
Hmm.
I think it's probably the jojoba that I
Mm.
added in this time, and I'll be a little red from it just because my skin is wimpy and it doesn't like to be touched and pushed and done like that. But I'll do that, and then this evening before bed, I usually do it right before bed, I wash my hands after I do that, and then I put the castor oil in my eyes, in my belly button, and I go off to night land. And those things have really not only helped my skin, but I don't get breakouts at all. I don't. And I mean, I feel like I probably look 53, but I feel like I looked older than that before. So I think maybe it's helped a little bit. I don't know. That's what I think anyway.
Hand up.
I was muted. I wanted to say, girl, you are fine. Don't worry.
Yep.
It's working.
It's working. Yes.
We're trying.
Yeah,
You're
I
doing a
love
good job.
I'm very thankful for the information and stuff that you guys have done. And I've never been one. I'm just going to the store and buying it and I'm just done. But when you think about what's out there waiting for us and to do some of this on my own, Laura gave me the courage to do that. Now, this, I'm a water pick girl. And even before the braces, now most definitely with the braces. And that's what this is. This is actually a portable water pick. So
Wow.
I can carry this in my purse, go in the bathroom, get all the good stuff off, and then shut it down and put it in my purse. I
Yes.
love that. I have some links and stuff on my thread in regards to that. Frederick already seen it. It's like, I want one. You're not going to do this but I will because of the braces. If we're out and about, I have to have that. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to go around with the yuck mouth. Hopefully you guys enjoy tonight's how we did things differently. Let me see, get us in there together. How we did things differently. I don't know. I
Do we
missed
have
that.
news?
Oh, yes, we do. Thank you.
Hey.
And that must be right here. Send me that thing. All right, news that we can use. And wait a minute, y'all. She was really excited about this episode. So let me see right here. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta pause it and expand it and share it. And this is where, yeah, I can't wait to see
I
this.
know. We'd be so
She
excited
was,
for the news you can use.
let me see. This has to be it. Yep, that's it. So let's hear what she's saying.
Good evening. I'm Rhonda at Carnivore-friendly, bringing you news you can use from the community. Tonight's topic is about regenerative ranching, which is the process of restoring degraded soils by using practices based on ecological principles. I will be showing a short clip from regenerative rancher Greg Judy. Enjoy.
My love of nature came as I grew up on the farm. You see the rabbits, the squirrels, the birds, the deer, the turkeys, and the way things work in nature without humans being involved. It's a closed cycle. It's so beautiful. There's a saying that goes like this. Nothing in nature is given. It is won. It's just the opposite. When you learn to work with nature. I switched to regenerative farming when the status quo was not working anymore. What I was doing was not sustainable. Why? Because the soil's dead. It can't hold any water. Any society in history that has destroyed their soil has ceased to exist. We need to change. We need to care about the soil. My cattle eat what is grown by sunlight and nature. It may be a leaf off of a tree, or it could be a weed, but it's all grown by sunlight. These are herbivores. They're not granivores. Let's feed them grass. I had no idea I'd be where I'm at today. You got to be willing to do something uncomfortable to get to where you need to go.
I want to live by him.
Right.
The better we treat our grass and learn to be good grass managers so we don't overgraze our grass and build soil, the soil grows healthy plants. The healthy plants grow healthy animals. Healthy animals grow healthy people. The poop is the future of our grass. The cow manure is one of the most valuable assets that we have coming out of a cow on a daily basis. It's natural. It's just been happening for thousands of years. You can feel that symbiosis. It's almost like an energy field coming off the cows. It's this powerful feeling that you're part of them. When I started noticing the grasses getting better, then I saw my cows starting to get fat. That was the aha moment for me. I love it when my animals are happy. And when they're bucking and their tails are up in there and they're all kind of running and chasing, oh God, they're happy. I would like to think that my legacy is he cared about the land and the people that lived on the land. And he wanted to produce a healthier environment for the generation to come. My name is Greg Judy, and I'm a regenerative rancher.
Well, this has been news you can use from the community. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Excellent.
Love that.
That was
That was
perfect.
good.
That was right on with what it is that we were talking about. It is so true that we have to care for our but I still want to live by him. And then you just mentioned, I saw that where you go and they stretch you. I saw that. Please tell me how I live this close to a military installation and nobody comes here to do stuff like that. We don't have a Whole Foods. There's so much that we don't have. Anybody listening to this, come to this area and make some money. Come take my money. I just need somebody to stretch me. All right, who's closing us out? I don't remember.
It says you're doing closing remarks, but I can kind of go over a little bit of what we did.
Yep, that's
So,
perfect.
all right. So basically, Robyn talked about sustainability, things that we can do that help reduce, reuse, recycle, regenerative farming as news free that you can use. Just went over exercising and movement that she does and that we recommend and feel like it's the best thing to do for ketovore carnivores. And then G talked about how meat heals the brain and body, mental health, and all of that can be helped with this diet because of the proper amounts of cholesterol and creatine and all the different things that come from meats and fats that we get, and how it can help with anxiety, depression. And then I went over some of the all natural type stuff that I put together for natural skincare because we are what we eat, we are what we drink, we are what we smoke, and we are what we put on our body. And so it's all encompassing. And it may seem like a lot when you're first starting. You're like, hey, and I was like, don't worry about that. We all started where we little piece at a time, clean this thing up, clean this thing up. And then, it becomes habit. You do it a few times, it's a habit. So that's what I feel like we discussed this evening, and we hope you loved it.
Yes, we do.
We did. Well, while you're there, go ahead and tell us what you got going on.
So I actually have a client that I'll be working with tomorrow that reached out to me. So I plan on doing that as soon as I get home from work tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that. I if I could just do that all the time, I don't know that I'd give up nursing because I really like that too. But I would like do this 4 days a week and the other 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have no days off. So my husband would be cranky. So we can't do that. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to work on some shorts. I was very sick over the weekend. I did a whole bottle of that elderberry tincture and boy, did it work. Oh, I had a sore throat like you can't believe. I did oregano oil, I did it all, and everybody's like, "Just give in." I was like, "I am fine. I'm getting better." So, and I was able to manage. So I didn't do a whole lot this weekend. I think I did one little thing that showed like when I bought a bunch of hamburger and I put it up into packages and stuff. But I plan on doing some more of that. And then we'll kind of see how I'll go from there. I'm going to be working on some show ideas also. So I'll be spending some extra time doing that this week. What about you guys?
What about you, Miss Robyn?
So for me, I've been traveling. So I've been trying to post what I eat in a day every day since I've been traveling. And I've been like cooking in my hotel room. So I'm showing you guys what I'm cooking over here and how I'm doing that in this crazy hotel room. But it's been really, really good because I have been the first night that I was here, which was Thursday night, I ordered a steak, beautiful 18-ounce bone-in ribeye, and it came in a sauce. And I was so disappointed. So the next day I
Oh,
went to Whole Foods and just bought food for the rest of the week so that I could cook for myself. So I know exactly what's in my food. And what's going to come on it. So those what I eat in a day. What I eat in a day series will end. I'm going home tomorrow, so I won't be doing what I eat in a day necessarily every single day. So that's been fun. It's been fun putting those videos out every day, shorts, and then a couple of long form videos as well. I do have the other half of my retreat video that I need to put out. So I've been working on that, doing the editing on that. And then on Saturday at 5:30 p.m., I will be having another meeting with Carnivore Kip. So we had such a great time when he came on that I was like, we didn't even get to talk about food. So we're gonna just talk all about food and cooking and all the meats that he's amazingly cooking. So that's the topic of our show for Saturday evening at 5:30, and I'm looking forward to meeting with him again. That should be fun.
All right. So for me, Dr. Bright is coming on, but I don't think that's this week. So for this month, let's just see. I need to work on the video from the girls' cruise. I need to work on that video. I told Frederick I need to do some stuff. Y'all, can y'all write to my husband and tell him to come on and record with me?
Come on, Frederick. Quit
There we
playing.
go. Y'all just go ahead and get him.
help
What
a
is
girl
the
out.
other thing? I don't even know what today is. Wednesday. I have because I kept it a secret for 11 years that I had the gastric surgery because I was ashamed of it. I felt like 12 years ago that I just could not do better. And it was a lot. It really, really was. And but I got this thing. We're doing it. Frederick and I got trips and stuff to do. So this will be my carnivore. There you go. Chop, chop, Frederick. That we can record tomorrow. Yeah, because I got to get that out. You guys, this footage. Oh my God. I will never go back on that ship again. Now, that one I can tell you. So you need to see that. Did I remain carnivore? That had a couple of drinks. We are getting ready for my birthday rolling up. But I've been on my road to 60 anyway. And we are excited about our anniversary coming up. As a matter of fact, I think I did a little thing that I forgot.
I'm excited about your anniversary too.
I know. I know. So right here, bam, our 20th wedding anniversary / carnivore cruise is open to everyone. It's Friday, August 16th to Monday, August 19th. You can email Michelle and she can get you on the ship, honey. It's going to be the best meet up on water. We will be there. We will be just really loving on each other. I kid you not. I cannot wait to be with a bunch of carnivores on vacation. That just sounds like the best
Yes, it does.
ever. So that's it. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.
See ya.